Tarzan's pop-off performances were at the start of the season. It's not like he's fallen away, but he's been a little bit more muted in some of the games he's played. Griffin aren't playing a lot of solo queue recently. They have no huge incentive to show stuff except to start mind games, and Griffin's mind games usually start in pick and ban.
That they do. Griffin locked in, of course, for the finals, so this match is about, you know, just pride, trying to defeat King's Zone and trying to keep, or your slip-ups rather, in round 2.
And stage experience is always a thing, Valdez. Remember, Griffin played today, Sunday, on the final day of the regular season, and then they wait for 13 days in the grand final. They are already seeded into the grand final because of how the LCK gauntlet works. So you want to get your stage games.
Yeah, that's what I was was thinking about it, but really?
Now this is very interesting. Corgi 80 carry has been played in the LPL sparingly. It could also be Victor bot lane, as we know. Let's wait till 20 seconds. I actually think it might be Corgi 80 carry for Deft.
I think it has to be, right? And that Victor matchup into Lissandra is pretty good. You can push back. You have range on her.
It's there! I'm so happy. Look at him. He's so cute.
Oh.
Aww.
How you throw the bone up and he does a backflip.
He can shake his little rump as well, Corgi style. He's so adorable. I've actually never seen it in game. It's so cute. Scale alongside you and maybe do it worse.
Tarzan, not afraid of a fight on this Elise, comes up, is going to scan out the Jarvan, do a nice amount of poke damage as well. He's really just sticking around. He's not backing off of this one. Again, another cocoon lands. And Rascal low himself from the Jace, and can Cuz even get away here? He's going to flash in and just kill him. Cuz decides, I'm not going to flash. You can take my life. There you go.
That was kind of a attempted next level. The flag is there, so there's no flag and drags, and the flag cooldown is forever in the early games, just dies. It was easy.
Thinks he can wait for it.
This is far too many reactions for what is a very simple play. What is going on in that?
That looks like flat.
I know. To have both people in the lane at the same time. We saw none of it. This plan's going to be used.
That's a really nice max range one, but they're going to continue it. No more cleanse here for Pawn, as he is going to go down. Cuz trying to trade one back, but he gets himself into a bad situation. Nearly takes out Toby, but the ticking, corrupting pot is going to keep him alive. Knocked out of the air here is Rascal, who's going to desperately ult, but that horn is going nowhere, but a double kill for the Elise.
And there's the monster dunk onto King's Zone. It comes early, just like it did the time this team's faced in the first week of the season. They just get completely owned on the top side, and it's because Griffin was so decisive around their decisions. Viper will receive the Victor ultimate. It's impressive. Cocoon hits, and you know, Cocoon's hits sometimes. Spawn believes he can get away. Notice Toby sees Cuz and doesn't care about him. He's about to flash in an Aftershock, and remember, it is a Cinderhulk Jarvan, and they're aware of that. So Jarvan comes in. We've already seen Cinderhulk Jarvan try to kill people at 200 health. It takes you a long time if you don't hit your Q. So because of that, they turn onto him. Sword has always been very impressive on Jace. It's the only carry who you can say he's been able to play and understand. His Fiora, not impressive. His Rise, super unimpressive. But his Jace on point, not working, and now he's going to be dead again, you think?
Yeah, this guy is so dead. There's no way for him to get anywhere to safety. Toby, hilariously enough, nearly does go down, but that's another kill and another turret in the top side. Sandbox, but that was when Sandbox were going through their own little stretch. They're having some trouble. Look at this rotation. They get everybody going into the mid lane. It looked like a flank, but it was more of a take the turret with the chase. Everything is going to go wide here as Viper going to go invisible. Doesn't have his flash. Does have a stopwatch, but 4 people down here. Is he? I'm not so sure. Okay, well, Deft is going to shut down the hopes of the Griffin fans. Everybody in the crowd is going nuts as, okay, having another turret in the mid lane.
Now, he was always going to...
You're not going to go past those brushes as, well, when in doubt, let's try to four-man the Lissandra. Looks like it should be able to work out here as Toby is going to flash away. Big one comes in, Chaos Storm, but that's going to be denied, okay. Even going to go for the ult as he's trying to buy as much time as possible while his team pushes in.
And you know what? That is actually very effective at doing one
thing. A very intelligent team themselves. They know exactly what Kingzone are going to try to do to get back in this game. The lethality here on Zorn is even chunking the Ornn, but Toby gets himself into an awkward spot here. Ornhorn gonna come in, not gonna knock him up actually, and there it is. And now Toby, no aftershock, no ultimate, has the shield from the Karma, but that's it. And that's gonna be 2 kills that immediately go the way of Kingzone.
And this is Kingzone actually punishing Griffin, who come crashing down to earth.
This game is getting spicier by the minute as, again, it is going to be 3-on-5, but you do have a lot of burst damage and domain, so Kingzone will take the risk here. They do have that field to zone them out, and it is going to go the way of Cuz, and Rascal is going to be the one sacrifice, so 1 kill for the Baron. Kingzone will absolutely.
Given where the game was at, you can kind of understand it. That confidence early. We watched the replay here. Toby dives into the back line, and you think, okay, that's a pretty early ultimate. He wants to get healthy. The Ornhorn does separate threats, and Lehens, Tarzan, and Viper kind of watch on as in horror as first Chovy, then Sword kind of contrive to get them the least value out of their bot side. And then, like we mentioned, watch Kingzone. They're not peeling. They're going straight on it. 1600 is when the smite fiesta begins. Early smite, but not actually picked up by Tarzan. And Cuz gets the smite, but he's been pretty good on all season.
Abandon me. I'm saying it over and over and over again. He's like, throw me in the trash. Throw me out, abandon me, leave me, leave me. As, there it is. So Ornhorn comes in. They're really pushing for this one. Only going to hit the Vayne, or rather the Karma, in the back line. Actually, it wasn't Vayne, but they do get the turret after all that play, so the zoning comes out, and yeah, that Trinity Force is even better.
It is. It's a lot of random stats.
We're going to go for this one. It's not 5v3 anymore. It is Griffin that can use a couple of abilities to try to get some vision, but with the Mountain Drake and 5 people, they're going to begin this one. When does the turn come in? The answer is now, as they're gonna knock up 2 people in that corner, but the Cataclysm is actually on the right side. Doesn't get too much damage for a long time. Toby gonna be going in, and Cuz has to be devoured, but Toby, oh man, that's a good stopwatch. It's gonna go down though in the end. Sword now gonna be forced to flash away. It's up to Viper in that front line with the burst damage of the Elise to try to win the fight. They are at least going to stop Kingzone from doing the Baron.
But you see Viper's conundrum. They don't have Sword on the Scion and Urgot, we know. They don't have a front line for Viper to just tumble in aggressively, and every time he tries, he's afraid of just being blown up by someone like Deft or Pawn. Both of them have insane burst, i.e. Corgi and Lichbane Victor. We all know the feels there. Kingzone back on the Baron. They'll have Ornhorn in about 25 seconds.
All right, we're doing it again. No Ornhorn for now, as you did mention. Rascal's actually got TP right now. Damage is coming in. They're trying to zone away Tarzan on the left side. He's not going to be able to get close enough, and the Baron, again, is going to go the way of Kingzone. And here's the Corgi in the front line. A couple of shots to the back of Lehens. He's going to take him out. Toby going 1v4 on the other side. These fights are all over the place. As Toby's going to go down, and the rest of them are being chased down like prey in the jungle. And Viper's all alone now. He's going to try to tumble to the safety, but is forced to flash away. And Kingzone might just win this game.
They're definitely going to win it, I think, Valdez. It seems hard. It's going to take multiple fights, and it might just be right now.
They're pushing on in. They've got the Baron buff. They have 5 members against just the 2. It's the most fed, and it is the 2 damage dealers, but doesn't seem to matter if the Corgi is heavily online. The Vayne here tumbling with that one, but he is not going to do much here. It's only Lehens now, and Kingzone take the throw. They catch it, and they bring it to the Game 1 victory.
And man, did we get a game that was both sides of the season for Kingzone. At the start, it felt like we were just watching a replay of Griffin slamming Kingzone Dragon X in the first week of LCK Spring. But the truth is, there's been 3 months of development behind that series, and Kingzone in the second round robin are 7-1. Now, Griffin needed to throw in this game because they were way ahead. We were talking about that pick onto Chovy and how they were just using everything to find confidence for the second game, and that was true at the moment. But we already talked about in Champion Select how eventually Orange should represent just a straight up win condition with how hard it is to do damage through